What's up guys, it's Alex, and today I've got a pretty cool video for you guys. So I was going to go fishing this afternoon, but my plans got ruined by a little bit of sky to ground lightning. Never a good idea to go out there when it's thunderstorming with a fishing rod in your hands, because essentially you're standing out there with a lightning rod, and especially with these G-rods, and I'll show you why. If you see that little symbol right there, a little yellow triangle with a lightning bolt in the center, that pretty much says this thing is super highly conductive. And you know, last thing I want to do is roast myself trying to catch a bass. But I was lucky because my Lucky Tackle Box came in the mail today. Kind of made up for not being able to go fishing. So I got my Lucky Tackle Box Tournament Series box here. And for you guys that don't know what Lucky Tackle Box is, it's a subscription-based company. And every month, Lucky Tackle Box will send you a box kind of like this one, full of all kinds of cool baits. Sometimes there'll be old school baits that you guys have fished for years and years and caught a bunch of fish on. And then sometimes there'll be brand new baits that you guys have never used. And sometimes there may be baits that not everyone is using because they are exclusive to the Lucky Tackle Box, and the Lucky Tackle Box is releasing them through the box, and you guys will get your hands on them before anyone else does. So before we get into the contents of today's video, I want to give one of these away. And it's super simple. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment of your favorite bait that you like to throw this time of year. You follow those 3 simple rules and you will be entered to win a Lucky Tackle Box just like that one. So usually I would unbox the entire Lucky Tackle Box, but today I decided to do something a little bit different. I pulled out 3 baits from the Lucky Tackle Box that I know you guys can tie on right now, go out and catch fish. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the Lucky Tackle Box, make sure to go down, hit the first link that you see in my description, and you guys can go and sign up for the Lucky Tackle Box and get the box sent to your door every month. And you guys can kind of participate when I do these unboxings or tips videos that correlate with the Lucky Tackle Box. And then you can also participate with the Lucky Tackle Box channel when all of us guys on the team do the videos for the channel and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, I pulled out 3 baits that I know you guys can go tie on right now and catch fish. The number one that I pulled out is the old Heddon Chugging Spook. So if you guys don't know what a Heddon Spook is, you must have been living under a rock. The old Spook is one of those baits that I think every fisherman has at least one in their box, and everyone's thrown at some point. Spook just straight up catches fish, especially topwater fish. And this time of year when the fish start wolf packing, they start pushing bait, getting ready for the fall, a topwater walking style bait like this will get the job done. And when it comes in this just traditional bone color, which is my favorite color in the Spook, it's just even better. Now what makes the Chugging Spook a little bit different than just the normal run-of-the-mill Spook is this little mouth that it has. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a cup there, and what that cup does, it allows that Spook to throw a little bit more water, leave a little bit different kind of bubble trail, and pretty much, you know, kind of chug along. And so when you kind of mix that mouth up with just the traditional walking style, like I said, a little bit different frequency, a little bit different water displacement, just a little bit something different that the normal Spook doesn't have. But just like the traditional old Spook, you get the good paint jobs, you get the good quality hooks and split rings. This thing is, you know, ready to go right out of the package. You don't have to change out the hooks. You get that old one knocker sound that just seems to catch fish. I've got an old traditional Spook in the box. It's the same color as this, that really you can't tell it's the same color because the paint's almost been wore completely off of it where it catches fish. So if you guys are looking for a good topwater bait to throw, get in your Lucky Tackle Box, get out the old Chugging Spook, and I can promise you, you're going to catch a fish on topwater early in the morning, late in the evening, or if those fish are schooling out in the middle of the lake or around some kind of hard cover. Now the next one is something that I've been catching fish on quite a bit lately. Not this particular brand, but definitely this style of bait, and that is a big worm. The next one I pulled out was the Mizmo 10-inch Hogzilla. This is a 10-inch straight tail worm. This is a lot like that bull worm that I've been throwing a lot lately. The only difference is this one's a little bit smaller in diameter and just a little bit longer. And you know, really it's one of those deals with this bait that I don't think it's a particular color. I think it's just the overall size of a bait like this that gets the bites. When a bass sees something like this, it's out of the ordinary. You know, they're not seeing a ton of baits coming through the water that are this big, that put off this kind of vibration, this kind of sound signature in the water, and it just hits their lateral line in a way that they know this is a big meal. They know it's an easy meal, so they take advantage of that. And I pulled out a couple extra things out of the Lucky Tackle box that we got. We got some tungsten weights, just some tungsten worm weights, and then we also got some Mustad hooks. So what you can do is just Texas rig one of these big old worms on a simple Texas rig with no peg, with that tungsten weight and that worm hook, and I can promise you, you go out and you throw this thing around docks, around grass, around rock points, those kinds of things, you will put a big fish in the boat, because these bigger than average worms tend to get that bigger bite. And really, you don't need to be afraid of it. I will flip a big worm a lot of the places that I'll flip a creature bait or something like that, because you're putting a bait that is a little bit bigger than normal, that they don't see very often, in a place that you know, that they've seen 1,000 creature baits, but when they see this one big 10-inch worm, they just go to Munch Town on it. You can put some big old fish in the boat. And I'll make sure to link down below some of my videos on how I like to rig big worms like this, so you guys can go check them out. And the last thing is something that, you know, it falls into a category of baits that I've been catching a lot of fish on lately, but this is something that I've actually wanted to try for a long time and just have never picked one up. And again, this is great for what the Lucky Tackle, I mean, this speaks to what the Lucky Tackle box does, is it puts baits in your hands that you might not go pick up at the store, but you've always wanted to try, and that is the top water shad. So pretty much this thing is kind of like Live Target sunfish. Before Live Target had a sunfish, they come out with this little little topwater shad. Not Live Target. This is made by I'm not really sure. Culprit? Yeah, Culprit makes this thing. So it's a pretty cool little bait. Walks the dog really, really good. It's a hollow body, so it's got those frog hooks. It's set up a lot like a frog. And you guys know I love walking a frog, and that's how I've been catching a ton of fish lately, is walking a frog in open water. And I'm sure that those bass would not discriminate against a topwater shad, that they would destroy this thing just like they would destroy a frog. And what's great about this bait is it's easy to skip. You can skip it around docks, up under trees. You can get into places that you can't really get the spook. So, you know, the spook is great for when they're out in open water, if it's in a place you can easily get this thing without getting it hung up. But then when you start to move back into those areas, and I talked about this in a recent video, those areas that I like to focus on this time of year, running water, way back in creeks where there's a bunch of cover, you can pull out the hollow body shad. You're still imitating a shad or something dying on top, but then you have that weedless design. That hollow body allows you to skip it, allows you to work it over weeds, around boat docks, under tree limbs, and not get hung up, but still be able to get a bait back there that those fish might not see very often. So I have to say, overall, Lucky Tackle box killed this month. This is not the only baits that we got. We've got 12, 13 other baits in the tournament series box. We got a jerk bait. We got some leeches. We got another Live Target topwater walking bait. A bait cloud, if you haven't seen that, it's like a bath bomb for fish. That thing's pretty crazy. We got some more hooks. We got a small swim bait. We got all kinds of wicked stuff in this month's Lucky Tackle box. But I thought I would pull out 3 baits that I know and have a ton of confidence in and can go out and catch fish with this time of year, and thought I'd just kind of pass some of those baits on to you. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please go leave them in the comment section down below. Obviously, if you're going to enter the giveaway, you're going to have a comment to leave of your favorite bait to use this time of year. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out all of my videos. Also, go down in the description. You guys can hit the link for Lucky Tackle Box. Go check out the website. Pick yourself up a subscription to Lucky Tackle Box. I promise you guys, you won't be disappointed. These people have supported me along the way in my YouTube journey. If it really wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I really do trust this company. With all sincerity, I do mean that. But as always, you guys are sweet. Thanks for watching.